There and welcome back to my channel. Disclaimers, I need them. I need the disclaimers at the beginning of this video. These are just my thoughts and opinions. I speak on behalf of nobody else, whilst at the same time speaking on behalf of everybody else, but just my thoughts and opinions. And also, I am inclined to swear, and I'm going to tell you off the bat, I'm going to swear in this video because it gets me irate. So I saw this, it was published 4 days ago. Oh, it was probably when it was published that I had it. I went to bed 2 nights running and just kept it up. Didn't even think to put it on Facebook, like just share it on Facebook and scroll through my wall. No, I'd kept the old bloody computer, just put it to sleep so that I could have this article, because I've been meaning to do this video for days, but I didn't want to be too irate when I did it. Here we are. Last night I actually put it on Facebook. Yes, let's get started, shall we? So this is an article on MSN, a story by Gabrielle Wild. It's a 3-minute read. Do you think right? It's 1 minute 20 seconds now. Let's see if this video ends up 4 minutes and 20 seconds long. I think not. Apart from the fact I ain't even got started yet. Anyways. Puzzles me. Kelvin McKenzie blasts latest, and it puzzles me too, Kelvin. Blasts latest NHS initiative offering £20 bonus to GPs for not sending a patient to hospital. Former editor of the Sun newspaper, Kelvin McKenzie, has expressed scepticism about a new NHS scheme offering GPs £20 bonuses for avoiding hospital referrals. If this isn't twigging something in your sentimentals, then where have you been for the last 5 years? The government has announced an £80 million scheme where GPs in England will receive a £20 bonus each time they avoid referring patients directly to hospital. The initiative, my fucking teeth, aims to cut NHS waiting lists by diverting patients to community-based care instead of us adding them to hospital queues. Quick question. Stick a pause on that one. What do they mean by community-based care? Because I genuinely don't know what community-based care is. Does it mean having a nurse come out to your house? It might mean that. Maybe, fuck knows. Speaking to GB News, Mackenzie said, I'm not sure the GPs know where the line is. Me neither, mate. I know in my own family, no, actually, I will go back to that. So years and years ago, my computer broke down when I lived in the old house. 14 years ago, something like that. And so I got a tech repair guy, because it was quite an expensive computer back in them days. I only have shit ones now. But it was quite an expensive computer, so I had a guy come out and defrag the hard drive. You know, something like that. Anyways, this dude who came out to fix my computer, bloody lovely man, bloody lovely geezer, said he used to be a GP. And he said that literally you need no brain cells whatsoever to be a GP. He said, I couldn't do it. It was banal. There was no skill involved. You know what I mean? You just read the MIMS. Oh, here's, you know, like, I've got these symptoms, right? Go through your little book, right? These symptoms, right? I'll prescribe you this, off you pop. Or favourite, which is like, oh, yeah, you seem to be all right. Go away. And if you're worse in 2 weeks, you know, if it gets worse, come back. But if you're still the same in 2 weeks, come back and we'll look at it for you. It's all really run-of-the-mill shit. But it was like, I literally couldn't. It was destroying my brain. There was that little intellectual stimulation in the job. So that's just one guy. I don't speak on behalf of him, but I am going to share the story that I heard. And also we have, and I'm so tempted to say his name, this doctor at our local practice, and he is inept. act. He cannot do his job, right? I've had run-ins with him where he's literally let me down when I've gone in there. And I've gone back to talk about it again, and he's like, oh yeah, we're just recording at the minute, we're recording the things so that I can give it to my supervisor to see I'm doing a good job. So could you sign this for me to say you agree to be filmed, and then when we've finished the consultation, you sign at the bottom then afterwards to say, yes, I'm happy now that it's been done. Signed it, sat there. I'm like, you didn't do this. You didn't do that. What's all this about? He sat there like a gaping fish, like a fish, gasping out of water, like that. Gets up, goes over to the piece of paper, and he's like, I don't think there's any need to be signing that. So literally, because he hadn't done his job right, he didn't let his supervisor know, didn't submit that bit of evidence so he could get his job right next time and learn from his mistakes. That's the dude. And this dude, straight up, I can't talk about my son's health conditions actually, but he did worse with my son. The guy doesn't have a fucking clue, right? He's one of these people who are being offered 20 quid to do even less of a job. What could possibly go wrong? Anyways, I know in my own family, somebody was sent to a hospital, which I was amazed that they were sent to the hospital after a GP appointment. Actually, they were 101% right. If that hadn't have been dealt with, that was going to become, that little blob on the lady's leg was going to become cancerous, right? No ifs or buts about it. It might have taken a year or 2 years. I'm rather puzzled at this decision, and frankly, for £20, I mean, most of the GPs make way north of 100 grand per year. If they're partners, they're probably making 120, 130 grand a year. I would have thought £20 was neither here nor there for them. So I wonder whether this is like this is West Street in this isn't all me, guys. This is really written badly. Sorry, Gabrielle. Grateful for your work, but work on the proofreading. I would have thought, no. So I wouldn't. It was like Wes Streeting saying, "I'll tell you what, I need some publicity. I haven't been in the papers a bit lately. How about this £20 job, eh?" I love this man. I'd be very interested to see what percentage of the people that are coming to see a doctor are being sent on to hospitals, and what the effect the £20 will have on that decision of the doctor. Ministers hope the scheme will help reduce the 6.24 million people currently on NHS waiting lists in England. How? They're on waiting lists because they've been to fucking... No, this is sending someone to A&E, ain't it? It's like literally, if you get put on a waiting list, it's because a medical professional thinks that you need help, and that waiting list is the problem. It's not the doctor putting you on the waiting list and saying you need some help, here, go get some help. It's the fact that you can't get help because in the last 5 years, the government, Tories and Labour, it's not the government, it's the people who, it's them bastards. The people who own the government, own the war machine, own the prison system, all of the, they own Serco. That's how fucking elusive these guys are. They own everything, including the governments, the banks, the churches and whatever. It's their fault. We need to overthrow the patriarchy anyway. Between July and December 2024, the scheme already diverted 660,000 treatments from hospitals into community settings. What are these community settings? I know not of these hospital outreach things. What the fuck? Under the scheme it's like, how can you get a cancer diagnosis in the community? What the fuck? oh God, this is going to all end. Well, everything ends in fucking tears. It only ever gets worse. Boot on the neck. You know what it is. Stop me and bar one, mate. Let's overthrow the patriarchy. It won't stop. It won't get any better. Nothing will until we get rid of them, man. Then told you I'd get irate on this one. Under the scheme called Advice and Guidance, who thought that fucker up? It's genius. GPs consult specialists before making referrals, allowing patients to be treated in more convenient locations, like your living room. Practices will be paid the £20 sum if GPs consult a specialist on the phone or online first, regardless of the outcome. Now, that could be a good little earner. The specialist will indicate if hospital referral is necessary or if alternatives could be explored. I agree with this. This sounds like a good idea. Patients might instead be prescribed medication, sent for preliminary scans, because, you know, like I said earlier on, GPs, not that au fait with fucking health. Again, last 5 years proves it. So they do need to, this is genius for that Dr. G, I'll just call him that, at my local practice. Like, it's cracking for him. He needs the fucking advice because he don't know what he's doing. 100 grand for being inept, for being an absolute fucking trifle. Sorry. Patients might be prescribed medication, sent for preliminary scans or blood tests, or directed to community service, such as physiotherapists. Never had one of them around here. Decisions on routine matters are typically returned within a week, Health Minister Karen Smith said. By caring for patients closer to home, we save time and stop masses of people having to head to hospital for unnecessary appointments in the first place. She added, we're rewiring the NHS to blow so that we're doing things differently, more efficiently, and deliver better outcomes for patients, like spin, fucking sound bites, bullshit. The minister described the scheme as a perfect example of how we are saving patients time and reducing pressure on key NHS services in the process. Who wrote that for you? Who wrote that? Fucking hell. Literally, these people talk utter fucking crap all the time. That's a politician's job. Surely we can all see this now. Surely they've done enough to prove that they're corrupt, and they'll do whatever's handed down from there, no matter whether it harms people or not, for money. So I know what, I will get this happening. Don't matter if it's morally right. We'll just offer them some money, like we did in 2020/2021. Remember when hospitals were paid to diagnose, paid good money for somebody who died of something else to be put down for something else? To lie. GPs, the NHS staff, the staff will do it just because they're scared to lose their fucking job. But the high ups will do it for money. It's like you take money out of the healthcare system. You know, like it's not been about national health for so many years. You know, like nothing rebounded back, like I've done videos on Leicester City Centre. That has not rebounded back from lockdown. Neither have hospitals. Our doctor, it's like you go in there and it's still like lockdown. There's just one or two people. Used to be a hub. They used to have toys for the kids and the kids would play while the mums talked, and gone, mate. They're just not operating to capacity. They're not doing, and whether it's all part of this, you know, shift everything online fandango, you know, maybe if it works, they'll go, right, okay, well, just look for yourself. Because obviously we're told now, oh no, you can't research your own shit online, despite the fact, like my niece saw a lovely doctor, had to go to the hospital the other day. She saw a lovely doctor and he sat and explained everything to her, but he went online and he Googled this stuff so he could explain it. But we're stupid. You know, like you go to a doctor, oh yeah, I'm having this kind of sickness. He busts out the mims, the the book with all the drugs in, and he'll go like, right, this kind of sickness, are you pregnant, are you breastfeeding, right, I can prescribe this one. Both sends out anybody could do that shit. Do you know what I mean? But when my son went with a very specific health condition, he didn't do his job. I'm going to stop that now. But please feel free to leave comments and whatever. Like, share, subscribe, and all this lot. You know, turn it up, tell the neighbours. All this fandango. But yeah, let me know your thoughts, because I think that this, you know, we've proven there are people. There's a guy up our way, like further up, that in around the same place, who has a job centre that he set up during 2021 and whatever. That guy, that car that man drives, like literally, they're, you know, like people will do whatever they're told to do for fucking money because we're bred wrong. Shut up, Carrie Ann. Don't all have to be said at once. Anyways, thank you for coming. Please come back and never forget that I love you all. Bye.